Hi Pepsi,
Hello.
we're Mark and Kristin Becker from Pikes Academy, and we are starting our 28th year of ministry here in downtown Colorado Springs at our new building. Well, I should say our new old building. We've been ministering to kids at risk for that 28 years, and we are most grateful for how Pepsi's come alongside us for most of that time, about 25 years actually. As the name suggests, we are in Colorado Springs, here in Colorado, and we have moved into a facility back in January. Many of you Pepsi folks came down and helped us with that, and we are most grateful because our building, although it's new to us, is quite old, built in 1953. It was empty for about 10 years. So thank you, Pepsi, for coming alongside us and helping us move in and get ready. We're excited to start this new year with our students.
What were the biggest adjustments and challenges you had to make in your new location?
I would say our biggest adjustments definitely were the projects that had to be completed before we could move in. And like Mark was saying, you guys were able to help us with a lot of them. It was huge to see how God provided through His people, and so encouraging to see so many people come together. We had over 100 volunteers come together to get the building ready for the students. The other adjustments are just moving in the middle of the year was a challenge. Hitting COVID 2 months after we moved in was hard, but it was really encouraging to see how God provided. Moving into this area, we have the opportunity and potential to serve more low-income families. And while all of our students participate in paying some tuition, that tuition is now only covering about 12% of our budget. So that means we have to raise the other 88%. So that's a challenge, and yet it still is encouraging to see how God provides through the body of Christ.
What is the best part about being a part of Pikes Peak Academy?
I'd say the best part about being at Pikes Peak Academy is really the privilege that we have to share the gospel of Jesus Christ to mostly unchurched kids. Paul always talked about wanting to go to new territory, and I feel like that new territory comes to us in the form of teenagers, and so we get to share Christ with them, and it's difficult, and because they come in with pretty hard hearts at times, but nonetheless it is an honor to do that. It's also an honor to have the body of Christ come alongside us and see them get excited to join us in that process as well, to join us in the work of serving kids, slowly building relationships with them, and then having that, sort of earning that right to share the gospel story with them. It's also an honor to see kids change, kids' hearts go from guarded and quiet or angry to being open, to laughing, working together, seeing them experience success in the classroom for the first time, maybe ever, or at least in a long time. Seeing them embrace our family-like relationships that we try to have here at the school. As we keep our ministry very small with kids, so we can serve them in many ways, and they really like that. In fact, we just had a kid today ask if he could just stay here.
And not go home.
Yeah,
I think even after COVID and being shut down at the end of last school year, we were concerned about our students being isolated and away from one another. And so as we got back together this year, it's been good to talk about the fact that God made us for community and that we need one another. And so it's always fun to watch our returning students start learning to embrace the new students and welcome them and see friendships begin. I'm always encouraged to see that.
How can Pepsi be praying or get involved at Pikes Peak Academy?
You know, when I think about what's happened over the last 6 months because of COVID, a lot of our students have become more anxious and depressed, being so isolated. So we would really like to see them be drawn to the Lord through the new spiritual formation classes that we're doing with them, an opportunity for them to share their stories, to learn to listen to one another's story and then to understand how their story is a part of God's bigger story.
Pepsi could also help us a lot by being willing to send a group or two down a year to do mission projects around our campus. As I mentioned, our building is quite old, and so we could use any help that you would provide.
Thanks, Pepsi.
Please come down and visit us and see our new building. We'd love to have you.